I'm still sniffing the glass that had the Bowmore 32-year-old 1968 50th anniversary of the Stanley P. Morrison Company whiskey in it. You ever do that? Just come back and slowly sniff a glass after it's empty. Well, this one was worth doing so because it just about all evaporated now, but for an hour I've been nosing this. And I would always get a hint of fresh cut chives, like from my mother's garden. Fresh cut chives. But meanwhile, for about an hour I've been nosing this. And this is the 31-year-old Laphroaig. This was distilled in 1974. I guess released in 2005. And I was still a wee lad when this was distilled. I'm getting some smoke, but not too much. I'm getting a lot of citrus, like lemon and grapefruit kind of thing going on here. A lot of citrus. A lot more citrus than smoke. But the smoke is still there. You know, there's sort of that minerally, oily smoke that you get out of Laphroaig. But the edges are rounded. The smoke is there, but it is, how can I explain it? The smoke has become a part of the citrus, and the citrus has become a part of the smoke. So much that the two scents are together as one. You don't get that with younger whiskeys where you can go, okay, smoke, citrus, orange peel, caramel, vanilla, marzipan, strawberries. But here, there's just a lot of citrus and smoke together. Intimately together. And then I move over to the other glass that had the Bowmore in it. And I get, once again, a bit of a malty note and the fading aroma of freshly cut chives. It's almost gone now. Whatever was in that glass is evaporated out. But here, citrus, smoke. If there was there is a creosote note, but the creosote note is also a part of that citrus and smoke. It's all married together, but it's there. There is some creosote in there. It's just hard to pick out the different flavors. They're all together, make one flavor or one scent together. All the scents put together make one scent. Rather than, like I said before, with younger whiskeys, you can pick them apart. I think I mentioned it before that this is like learning whiskey all over again. Thank you, Alex, for the opportunity. This is something special, very special. And we're coming from what I would consider my favorite distillery, Laphroaig. I could nose this for a very long time. This 31-year-old whiskey. I'm getting nuances of creosote and smoke and road tar and citrus. The citrus keeps changing. It started out as a lemon, then it became a grapefruit, now it's a bit of an orange citrus. I'm even getting a bit of lime. Lime now, yeah, lime. Strange. There's a lot of complexity in here. If you just take your sweet time with it, and of course I've been nosing this for like an hour. Lemons, orange, grapefruit, lime. And then there's that peat smoke. This is just beautiful. On the nose, it is a treasure. What else do we know about it? What else do we know about it? I should have a look here and see what I can find. Laphroaig 31. Oh. Excuse me, I'm a little slow right now. Okay. Laphroaig, 31-year-old, 1974. I wanted to find out. And I had the information already. Oh, here it is. This one is bottled at 49.7% alcohol by volume. So almost 50. And it says here, a truly legendary Laphroaig from the 1974 vintage. This heavily sherried 31-year-old was a limited edition of around 900 bottles produced for a French retailer and scored a whopping 95 points from Serge Valentin on Whiskey Fun before capping that with a gold medal and a non-plus ultra award for the highest scoring whiskey out of all the entries at the Malt Maniacs Awards 2005, an acknowledged masterpiece. Heavily sherried, eh? That's very interesting. Because so far, the sherry has manifested itself, at least to me, in citrus notes. I'm not getting any dark fruits like raisins, figs, and dates, and prunes, and that kind of thing. I get citrus. And I mentioned that already. The color, well, It's a little bit sherry-ish. It says heavily sherried. Wow, interesting. I suppose if you take your time with it, it's so complex, yet because there are so many flavors involved, it's hard to pick them apart. Yeah, this is manifesting itself more in the way of citrus than what I would consider typical sherry kind of notes. Citrus and smoke. But they are so together that it's hard even to tell where the smoke ends and the citrus begins, and vice versa. Beautiful. Let's have another little pull of water. And give it a taste for the first time. The nose is very well integrated. I'm sure that I would find other things in here if I kept on going. But it's mostly smoke and citrus. Okay, here. Wow. This is something very special. The nectar of the gods. This is silky, silky, silky smooth. So smooth that younger whiskeys that claim to be smooth can't come close. Although there's no roughness anywhere, there's no rough edges. Everything is rounded and whole. It is all together. There is smoke, there is creosote, there is that medicinal. There's a little brininess in there as well. And then there are all the fruity notes that are brought on by the sherry. Most of it is like lemon and lime and orange and grapefruit and just citrus, 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 heavy citrus. But the citrus is not sharp either. It's rounded. It's rounded just like the smoke. And it's a part of the smoke, and the smoke is a part of the citrus, and it's all together making one glorious, wonderful flavor. Can I pick anything else out of this? I don't know. I think you can't get more perfect than this one. I believe I saved the best for last. Let's see if just a tiny bit of water does anything to it. If it does anything, let's see. One drop. 2 drops. 2 drops of water. I think it's perfect without the water as is, but maybe this will open up a couple of extra flavors that weren't there before. Now see, on the nose, it's delicate. I may have killed it already. Oh, wait. Oh, it's coming back. It smells the same, but I don't think water does anything to improve it. Whoa. No. Water doesn't do anything to improve it. If anything, the citrus that I nosed before is coming across. More medium fruits like plums, and there's some raisins now. Maybe the fruits are getting darker and less citrus as the water is added. The smoke seems to have moved aside. I'm getting mostly fruits. Taste it. Oh, interesting. The fruits are a little weaker. The smoke is a little more subdued, but now I'm getting a toffee and caramel kind of thing creeping in. It's very subtle, but it's there. With the addition of water, there's more brininess to the whole thing. It's more briny, it's more salty. Reminds me of brine kosher dill pickles. Ah. You know, I think I'm learning to appreciate these ancient old whiskeys. Oh, wait a minute. Now I'm getting some leather. Oh, leather. Imagine that. Leather and citrus. A little bit of clay as well. Complex, complex, complex. I wish I had a whole bottle of this. I wish I had a whole bottle of this that I could spend a whole month with. Oh, wow. Yes, this changes as it goes along. This is a truly super dram. Alex, I want to thank you once again for the opportunity to enjoy this. When I first went into this, I didn't know what I was getting into, but the more I taste these old whiskeys, the more interesting they get. And the less I can afford them. Wow. Oh. I will probably go on nosing this glass for an hour after the contents are gone, and there ain't much left. Just a little tiny bit. Maybe what I should do is pour the next dram. I have here a bottle of Battle Hill Royal Blackla. Battle Hill Royal Brackla, 5-year-old at 50%, 58% alcohol by volume. Whoa, I think that's going to end up the flight. This flight tonight started out with the gin and tonic because I was warmed up. After the gin and tonic, I went and poured me the Bowmore 32-year-old 1968 50th anniversary of the Stanley P. Morrison Company. And still, there's chives and toffee on the nose of the empty glass from that one. But first, before that, I had some Port Dundas single grain Scotch whiskey. That's right. So we had the gin and tonic, the Port Dundas. We had the 1968 32-year-old Bowmore. Then we had this lovely 31-year-old Laphroaig, and there's still a little bit left. And now I've got this Battle Hill Royal Brackla 5-year-old 58% alcohol by volume. I've never had a Royal Brackla before. Whoa! Whoa! This is caramel. Heavy, heavy caramel. It's like a Glenglassaugh. Wow. And there's a lot of flavor in there. Anyway, I digress. That's going to be my next one. Meanwhile, I'm going to finish up with this ultra delicious '31-year-old Laphroaig Slancha.
Food Quig.
Food Quig.
Food Quig.
Food Quig.
Food Quig.
Yeah.